Hi, my name is Dulce,
And I'm Colleen.
and we are fellows at the Parr Center for Ethics, home of the National High School Ethics Bowl.
We're here to talk to you a bit today about judging a high school ethics bowl competition.
Judges play a crucial role in high school ethics bowl competitions. On competition day, it is a judge's task to analyze and evaluate the presentations that high school ethics bowl teams have worked so hard to prepare during the preceding months.
In this video, we'll give an overview of judges' participation in competition, discuss the guidelines a judge may adopt in evaluating the presentations, and review the judge's score sheet that you'll be using.
Finally, we will briefly make some notes concerning etiquette during competition to ensure that you feel as confident as possible in judging high school ethics bowl.
The focus of your participation as a judge is to evaluate teams' ability to successfully answer the question assigned in light of the ethical cases that they're provided.
For any given match, judges will have no advanced knowledge of which case will be presented or which question will be asked. At the start of each round, the moderator will announce the case and read the question aloud. During the presentation and commentary periods for each match, judges will score each team's presentation and commentary. In other words, judges may evaluate teams on score sheets during the competition as each team presents, comments, or responds. Judges should evaluate the teams independently. Consultation with other judges about scoring is discouraged.
Following the response period for each round, judges will begin a 10-minute question and answer session with the presenting team. Judges may confer briefly before asking questions, but this shouldn't take more than 30 seconds. Each judge should have time for at least one question, but they may ask more questions if the time permits. After the question and answer session, judges may finish filling out their score sheets and prepare to score the next round. The moderator will ensure that your scores are calculated and submitted.
High School Ethics Bowl is designed to facilitate intelligent and reasoned discussion about controversial issues. It is not a hostile debate. Therefore, scores should be based on the quality and strength of the arguments. You should not let your personal agreement or disagreement with the team's conclusion influence your assessment and scoring.
Generally speaking, a successful presentation will often include outside research. This research would typically help to strengthen a team's argument. However, judges should focus predominantly on the quality of the arguments presented and not the presence or lack thereof of outside details.
It is important to remember that moral theories can be useful for drawing out what is ethically significant in a case. However, name-dropping different moral theories or philosophers do not strengthen the presentation alone.
Once again, the focus of Ethics Bowl is on the arguments the students provide. Judges must evaluate, and only evaluate, a team based on its presentation and the criteria found on the judge's score sheet. Appearance, voice, or other personal characteristics are not a part of the High School Ethics Bowl scoring system. Let's take a look at the score sheet used for the National High School Ethics Bowl.
The first part you will be scoring is the presenting team's initial presentation, which should be 7 minutes long and is worth 30 points total. 3 separate aspects of the presentation should be evaluated. First, the structure and clarity. Second, the identification and discussion of the central moral dimensions of the case, as well as the presentation's avoidance of irrelevancies. And 3, thoughtful consideration of different viewpoints, specifically those that would loom large in the reasoning of individuals who disagree with the presenting team's position. The ethical cases discussed in Ethics Bowl are difficult to discuss and agree upon, and it is impossible to present a firm stance on any of these cases without objections.
After evaluating the team's initial presentations, you'll evaluate the responding team's commentary in Part 2. After the responding team presents commentary for 3 minutes, you may award the responding team up to 5 points depending on how well they dealt with the presenting team's arguments. It's important to note that these points will be added to the responding team's score sheet and should not be added to the presenting team's evaluation.
In Part 3, you will evaluate the presenting team's response to the responding team's commentary and questions. You will award up to 5 points for the presenting team's 3-minute response to the responding team's 3-minute commentary.
In Part 4, you'll evaluate the presenting team's response to the questions that you and your fellow judges posed during the judges' question and answer session. You may award up to 20 points, depending on the team's ability to respond to your questions in a composed and relevant manner.
At the bottom of your score sheet, you will find an area for comments for the team. The comments section will be cut out of the score sheet and given to the team as feedback. It will not include your name, and we encourage you to give the team constructive criticism or praise for their presentation. The Bowl director will ensure that high school ethics bowl teams receive these comments. To ensure that participating students can get the most out of High School Ethics Bowl and feel comfortable competing, we have a couple of tips for judges that will create the best environment possible.
It is extremely important for judges not to incorporate any personal opinions or biases into their evaluations or the questions that they may ask during the question and answer period of a match. The question and answer period is not the place or the time for judges to try to present their own argument. Rather, it's an opportunity for the teams to show the depth of their understanding and argument further. Questions asked by judges should be directed at the teams, not individuals, and definitely not at any individual because of some characteristic that they may possess, such as their gender or race.
Lastly, helpful and constructive, appropriate comments on behalf of the judges should be general and applicable to teams as a whole.
Judges play an important role in High School Ethics Bowl, and the competition would not be possible without them. Thank you for being a part of this program, and enjoy the rest of your day.